This art assignment will be part of the Winter Art Show, which will be live virtually December 17th. This week's objective for week 16 is texture. So the learner will be introduced to texture and apply it to create a winter polar bear. So, what is texture? Texture is something feels
the way
when you touch
something
it.
feels when
Just
you
like
touch
this
it.
doggy here. He is furry, therefore he feels soft. Okay. And for example, here we have a prickly hedgehog. Prickly hedgehogs probably feel a little sharp and pointy. These eggs are smooth. They don't have any bumps, so they are smooth. Pangolins are scaly. They're a little bit bumpy. And tree bark is rough. It feels bumpy and it has a lot of texture. And polar bears are furry. They're soft. So texture in art is this. The reason why artists use texture in art is to make things look realistic and sometimes even to change things. These drawings of a cat and dog look furry, and this drawing of a fish looks scaly in texture. Alright, boys and girls, so let's go ahead and begin with our assignment and how to draw our textured animal. Okay, so we're making this for a very special occasion. We're making this for an art show. An art show is a place where artists will show off their artwork for others to see. Right now, we can't have an art show where we can walk around and see everyone's artwork together. So we're going to have an art show where we can see everything in a video. Okay, so we're going to make sure that we try our absolute best with our artwork so we can show everyone what amazing work we can do. Okay, so the very first thing I need to make sure I have is my paper. Okay, this is my paper. And I'm going to make sure I have a pencil, a marker, something to color with, and an eraser in case I need to erase anything. Okay, our animal that we'll be making today is a bunny. Okay, but not just any bunny. This bunny is going to be wearing things that keep them warm in the winter because right now it's cold outside. And we need to make sure that we have something right on to keep us warm, like a jacket, a scarf, or a little hat. So we're going to go ahead and draw that here today, okay? So let's start off together. Grab your pencil and have your paper nice and flat in front of you, okay? Let's go ahead and begin. We're going to go ahead and make this letter. Let's see if you recognize it. What letter is this? If you said the letter U, then you're correct. It is the letter U. So this is our job as an artist. This is how we write the letter U, just like this. We're going to make it upside down. So now, we're going to make it like this. So let's go ahead and do that here on our big paper. Miss Suniga is using a marker because she wants you to see better. She wants you to see the lines that she's making better, so she's going to use a marker. You will use a pencil just in case you'd like to erase any mistakes that you make, okay? Let's go ahead and do this. If you ever feel sad that you made a mistake, just remember a mistake means you're trying, okay? So don't feel bad about it. Let's go ahead and start. My upside down letter U. It's not going to be huge because I want to make sure my bunny's ears fit here. But it's going to be a nice size. It's not going to be really small. Okay, I don't want to make it really tiny because it's going to be hard for everyone to see. Okay, so there's my upside down letter U. Okay, My next step is to make another kind of letter U. Okay, this one looks pretty wide, right? Normal, but we want to make a little skinny letter U like this. Okay, but again, we're going to make it in an angle upside down, just like that. Can you guess what those are going to be? Those are going to be the ears. Okay, let's make 2 ears. Just like that. Okay, and the next step is to make the inside. So let's make another little letter U, even skinnier inside of the ear, and this is going to be that little pink part of his ear. Okay, next, I need to draw something important. His eyes. Let's draw 2 circles, just like this. Okay, and I'm going to leave them blank right now. The next step is I'm going to make a little curved line. Is this a long line or a short line? It's a short line, right? So I'm going to make a little curved short line. These are his eyebrows. Okay, and I'm going to make another one of these little lines right here in the middle. Watch where I put it. This is not an eyebrow because I'm going to do something here that's going to make it change into the nose. Okay, so I'm going to put a little letter U just like that, and there's his nose. The last piece we're missing is his mouth. So let's see. Let's visit this letter. The letter J. This is the letter J. Okay, so we're going to draw the letter J here. That's one part of his mouth. We need the other part of his mouth. So we're going to draw the letter J backwards, just like this. There we go. We're going to do it again. And there's his mouth. Awesome. All right. You're done. You did. All right. Let's add this next important part. We finished all of his facial features. That means, right, his eyes, his nose, and his mouth. We've made his ears and his body. Let's add, what did we learn about? Texture. We're going to add texture to it. How am I going to do that? I am going to add little lines, but little straight lines. Okay, this is a straight line, and this is a curved line. We want straight lines, right? So let's make it. We're going to add little straight lines all over his body, so we can make them look like little hairs, because bunnies are furry, right? They have fur, they have hair. So we need to make sure we add texture so we can make them look even more realistic, right? So let's add some fur. Okay, let's add some fur here to his ears. Okay. And there's one last important step. His hat, because his hat keeps him warm. His hat keeps his head warm, because that's where a lot of our body heat escapes, from our head. So we gotta make sure we keep it warm. That's why when we go outside, we wear a hoodie or a beanie when it's cold outside. So let's do the following. Okay, let's make a horizontal line. This is a horizontal line. It goes across my page like this. And let's make a letter C and a backwards letter C like this. That's the rim of his little furry hat. And we're gonna make an upside down letter U. And we're gonna make a little squiggly pom-pom on the top. That's the little pom-pom, the little decorative part of his hat. Okay, and I'm gonna add lines, vertical lines to my hat, just like this. And I'm gonna add horizontal lines to my hat. And I'm gonna decorate his eyes. I'm gonna make a little circle inside. Make the little shiny part of his eye. And there we go. There was our bunny. Now, what's the next step? We gotta make sure that we color him. So let's go ahead and do that, okay? Now, you can use whatever art supplies you'd like. You can use crayons. You can use markers, right? You can use markers and crayons. Or you can even use another art supply that you may have at home, okay? So let's go ahead and color this. I'm gonna go through this part a little faster, okay? One quick moment, I'm gonna pause really quickly, okay? Just to show you what you should be doing when you color, okay? I'm gonna grab this color because it's very bright. All right, I'm gonna show you how you should color. For this part, you can just watch me as I color. This is a very important step to creating art. Let's look at the lines I just made, okay? Right here on this end, I'm gonna color back and forth. So from one side to the other. Let's do that. Look at how careful I'm being. I'm doing my best to stay inside of the lines. And look how much white space is left. There's not much white space left. This is how it looks. This is how you should color. This tells me that we're trying to finish really, really fast and we want to take our time, okay? So we don't color, right, going in different directions like this. We go back and forth. Look how much space I covered on this side by going just back and forth, right? Sometimes you can do another layer on top of it and it'll fill in even more space. Just like that. You see? And look at how much white space I have left over here, right? It's not all filled in, so we're gonna have to go back and make sure we color it, okay? So take your time, go back and forth, and we know not to do any scribble, okay? So just be careful. Take your time and enjoy it, okay? Let's go ahead and begin coloring. That is your bunny, everyone. You've drawn your bunny, you've carefully colored it, and you've drawn it out, right? This is my bunny here, and you can see the texture I added. Remember, texture is how something feels, right? When you touch it. This paper is smooth, right? This paper is smooth. But let's see here, on our paper we have a bunny, okay? And in art, we want to draw things the way that we think they feel. This bunny is furry, so therefore I've added hair to it so it can look furry, okay? And then here's my little hat, because it's a little winter bunny, because he needs to stay warm, right? So we added a little hat to it, right? And I made the hat in the colors that I liked. You can make them in the color that you like. And then here's another example. Remember, no one's bunny is gonna look exactly alike, okay? No one is gonna have the same bunny as someone else. They're gonna be different, and that's okay. That's perfect, okay? Look at this bunny. It has a sweater and a tiny, tiny hat, right? Because her ears are closer together, right? So her hat is a little smaller. But just so you know, everyone's bunny is gonna look different, okay? Remember to try your best and do your best because this is gonna be for our art show, okay? Alrighty, everyone. We're all done here. Have a wonderful week, okay?